Raj and Celina were dating in the Rookie episode. It was Raj who had the band. When they saw Nolan, they came up with a new song. Someone was arrested by Celina. Arrest Me, but Make It Sexy was the title. To entice the police back, they also dialed 911. They made care to videotape it this time, but only so they could sing the same song again. Nolan's life was ruined by Raj and his band. He detested them. He detested their song. He couldn't believe Celina was seeing the enemy, but he was eager to meet her new boyfriend before he realized it was Raj. He even went as far as to brand Raj a sociopath. Celina assured him that after meeting Raj, he would reconsider. Tonight, Raj really needed the assistance of the cops. Later, he visited their station. The word "die" has been written on the side of his house on multiple occasions. After initially ignoring it, he is now beginning to suspect that it could be severe. Celina brought up his neighborhood's increased crime rate. She questioned him about adversaries as well. Before Celina suggested that singing to Nolan might not have been the funniest thing to do, Raj didn't believe he had any enemies. It's clear that Nolan despises him now. Police computers all around California were down. Their station wasn't the only one. Raj's complaint required Celina to write out the report. An invasion of criminals was another issue they had to cope with. Ava's father and Grace's mother were once lovers. It didn't end well. Now the two parents were shouting at one another over who was to blame for their children's attacks. Although the police broke up the altercation, the girl's statement seemed strange. Grace's wounds were more severe than those of Ava and Charlotte. In fact, Ava's wounds demonstrated that she was the one who stabbed Grace. She didn't notice she had cut herself since she was so focused on stabbing her. Because they were both blaming an unidentified man, she also persuaded Charlotte to comply. They claimed that a man brandishing a knife emerged from the trees. He began by attacking Grace. Charlotte was the second to be attacked. Then he turned to Ava. It didn't make sense since after hearing a friend scream, why would the female stay or at the very least refuse assistance? The fact that Charlotte and Ava were working together was the only thing that made sense. She was enticed out. No, her companions knew they were going to try to kill her when they went to her residence. Grace lived long enough to be transported to a hospital. Therefore, they were unsuccessful. When the police started asking the other girls about specifics, she was still in surgery. Charlotte's and Ava's stories are similar. Everything is in alignment. They didn't behave like criminal victims. The police were drawn to them because of how flawless their stories were. Since Ava was the least injured, she was returned to the station for additional interrogation. At first, Chen stayed behind to watch Charlotte. Seth consented to accompany her in seeing the girl. They encountered Seth's former physician while they were still observing. He no longer saw the excellent physician, the one who had previously cured him of cancer, and now he was seeing a worse doctor because his illness was returning. Seth has been shown to have told many falsehoods. He tells one to get out of trouble. Because he lied about having cancer, Chen sought assistance from her ex. He instructed her to expose Seth's deception. He took the officer's revolver and knocked Smitty out. When Bradford discovered him, he was attempting to escape. Bradford's life was actually spared by the raccoon. The man was hurried to the hospital in handcuffs after he shot the missing prisoner. Nolan and Chen, meanwhile, worked out the facts to the girl's story. Teaching Grace a lesson was a common topic of text exchanges between Ava and Charlotte. They also brought up the topic of Zuzu. Zuzu was described as a demon. In reality, he was an AI. Since he was made to assist children, the girls looked to him for advice on how to murder Grace. They were now accusing Zuzu of persuading them to murder Grace. Later, Chen visited Lieutenant Gray. She shared her anxieties with him. She also told him how Gray ordered Seth to have blood work done to see whether he actually had cancer after she caught him lying on multiple occasions. Seth declined to get tested. It was discrimination, he said, and so he was arrested. The raccoon was captured by Celina. Raj was finally persuaded not to convert everything into a song when she discovered that his neighbor was writing all of the death threats. And Zuzu might be a touch too aware because he later taunted Nolan.